Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the grand finals of 2025 Amateur League Tournament. It's like the year-end tournament. If you solved the semifinals, you know already explanations. These are the top people who have won the tournaments, the major tournaments after the seasons, and those who are up the bracket into the most of the points obtained. Best of the best of the top of the 8 which are eligible to participate, battling out, and this is actually the finals. This is battle for the first place, and surprise surprise, it's Protoss versus Protoss, and it's best of 7. And on the top right corner we have already seen name. It's a Freedom House, SmiteSteelUA, playing Protoss in teal or light blue colors here on the tourmaline, and he is facing I believe that's Bobson is a little bit of newcomer, but yeah, that's a main base of Bobson, green color Protoss player here on the left bottom corner. Technically Bobson is kind of a fresher person than SmiteSteel, I think, or maybe they came in at the same time, I don't remember, to be honest, but as long as I have been casting them, I have seen them for quite a while. Obviously the start of the game is the same. It's double gateways into cyber cores for both sides. There is the second pylons being dropped by the mineral lines. The probes of opposing player are patrolling around into the bases with aim to scout out the information, see the differences, and probably block the naturals. Well, Bobson actually came into the finals quite a grand way, so did actually SmiteSteel, so they both went 3-0 against their opponents in the semi-finals, which are now battling their places. But surprise for me, and little congratulations for Lauren to actually make to the semi-finals, not to drop like me into the round of 8. Yeah, SmiteSteel. No, Bobson kind of woke up the SmiteSteel's probe over here, which dropped down the pylon to block the natural. Technically, if you didn't touch that probe, he might have missed you. He might have missed you. But they both have successfully blocked each other's natural over here. SmiteSteel did finish his. Bobson actually did cancel his off. There is double Stalker here from SmiteSteel, but there is a Stalker Sentry with double Sentry follow-up from Bobson over here. There is one probe walking around. It's been tasked with quite a bit of a shift movement. To check for possible proxies, I believe. Meanwhile, Bobson is just sending Hallucinated Phoenix to check if natural is going up. And the situation is clear. There's double Stalkers, there's double Sentries being continuously built. After that there is pylon number 3 here in the main base, and there is shield battery in the mineral line. So I guess SmiteSteel is respecting the fact that it could be Stargate from Bobson here, while actually Bobson is going for Twilight Council in his main base. The worker amount is quite equal, army amount is quite equal. They both are on the 2 bases right now, pretty much running forward, and that's about it. Yep, the Twilight Council is being dropped down by the SmiteSteel over here, by the teal Protoss player, and there's actually a robotics facility being dropped down by Bobson right now. So these guys are going toe to toe. There's Hallucinated Phoenixes flying all over the map, checking for possible proxies, at least from Bobson's side. I think SmiteSteel might actually do the same, although his probe with this task already is back. There's Hallucinated Phoenix, which going to fly also and check if anything is going on. Bobson goes for Blink. Meanwhile, SmiteSteel actually is going for Robotics Facility himself, and he decides to go for Charge. So that's a little bit difference here. To be honest, I have no idea which one is better. I think they both can be equally strong, it just depends on the amount of units. But Zealots are bigger damage dealers, they're cheaper. But then again, the Blink Stalkers can blink micro, and that gives them more firepower. We'll see. Bobson goes for double gateway, goes for 2 more gateways, Forge, so he might be aiming for some upgrades, and he has dropped down the third base, while SmiteSteel actually has no third base, and he actually is exploding in gateways. So that's 8 gates. That's like 2 base island with a couple of immortals, charge lots, and maybe even Archon mixed in, because there's Templar archives being built. What will Bobson do for this situation? He's building 4 shield batteries over here, and he's starting to chrono boost immortal, which is not coming out because of supply block, so that's very unfortunate. And he's actually researching charge himself. A couple of zealots joining in, and here a lot of zealots are being made. Will there be a warp prism here for the SmiteSteel coming out, or he will send probe with him to build a pylon for a slow warpins? Nope, there is the warp prism, couple of pylons. The army has moved out. There is charge lots. It's like 5 charge lots, and there is 3 shield batteries and double pylon. 4 shield batteries here for the Bobson. Will they finish? They will finish before the attack comes. There was observer, which was caught out, but there is 1 immortal over here, so that's already a big firepower, I believe. That's the army supply is in favor of Bobson right now. He's making some more. He's going for +1 charge. He's making 4 gateways on back of it, and he has the third base economy rolling right now. So his advantage in workers is only 2, but he is making more money right now than actually SmiteSteel is. SmiteSteel warp in more zealots. He has 1 immortal of himself. There is actually 2 Archons coming in. There was High Templar warpins. Yep, there will probably be another one, so that will be 3 Archons, which are, as I said already, they are really effective against charge lots themselves. So it's like taste your own medicine, or taste my own medicine, I guess, in the way that the SmiteSteel is actually going for charge lot Archon push. And Bobson kind of reacted with a charge upgrade himself, but he has no Archons to deal with the charge lots. This attack is coming in. There are like 8 shield batteries here holding the Bobson's army right now. The army supply is in favor of SmiteSteel, but Bobson has defender's advantage, which he is abusing by warping in his units closer to the bases, so he can provide more units faster than SmiteSteel can provide it with the warp prison. It's just a little bit more distance over here. The question is, what's gonna happen? So the trade is going on. The charge lots have died. The shield batteries have lost their energy, so they're no more. But the immortals are doing a lot of job. GG Scott. Bobson takes game number 1. Alrighty then. Welcome back to Amateur League Tournament Grand Finals. It's the fight between 2 Protoss players for the fact who will be the first and who will be the second. And the first map was taken by this player. It's Bobson here on the left bottom corner in green colors playing Protoss. And it was against SmiteSteel, Freedom House SmiteSteel, who is playing Protoss on teal or light blue colors here on the upper top right corner. Interesting variations. Oh, there is a cannon rush coming. That's a forge, that's a probe being sent. There is a gateway, there is a pylon. For defense, the question is, will Bobson be ready to deal with this? Actually, we need to update the scores. Yep, Bobson took game 1. Let's see. Does he spot this? And can he actually deal with it? He sees the pylon. What is his reaction right now? Nothing much, I would say. He's not pulling the probes. He's dropping down the gateway number 2. There is 1 more probe coming, and there is a cannon 1, cannon number 2. And there is actually a gateway that will block the access of probes. So not many probes can actually get hit. Now the only advantage for Bobson at this situation is that there is no high ground. No, now there is pylon over here for the high ground. Actually, one of the cannons were cancelled. So SmiteSteel, no, but the Bobson is just building the cyber core. He's building the gateway number 2. And the gateway number 2 is taking fire. So no probes defending. Bobson actually is pulling off his worker aside and he is building proxy base right now. And there are 3 more cannons now being pretty much made in front of Bobson's base. Now, which could be just shutting down the pylon here to shut down the production of Bobson, but Bobson doesn't seem like he is... there is actually one of them is pylon. There is 3 more cannons being built. So that's 2 probes actually going down, 4 probes down, 6 probes down, 7 and 8 probes down. And now the firepower of cannons are going to shut down the production of Bobson. He will not manage to get the Stalker out yet, he cancels it at last moment. And yeah, he's pretty much playing this. He's making Stargate here at the proxy base, and he's just trying to kite out the Zealot right now, or kill it with the probes. And he will wait for the energy to recall his probes from the main base to the possible proxy base. He indeed does that. There are a couple of Zealots here. There is the 3rd Zealot being built. The cannon rush has successfully killed all the production buildings. I believe they reached the Nexus too. Now the question, what will SmiteSteel do? Well, he's sending the probes out. He's sending the Zealots out. I think he is looking for the proxy. And there is actually 1 Void Ray being built for Bobson. Interesting response. As a Zerg, I would say that Protoss usually is following up wherever you are going to build your extra base, and then they are just cannon rushing that extra base. But SmiteSteel doesn't seem to have any knowledge about this base exactly. He's scouting out all the possible bases except the ones over here, here and here. He's checking top side, he's checking this one. He might be actually just deciding to tech up and not go for anything else, which would be a pretty good decision, I would say, for the purposes. But the 1 Void Ray is out. There will be no recalls for this Void Ray, unfortunately, back home. Actually, SmiteSteel is just going for Cybernetics core here, where he built 7. No, that's more. That's like 8 cannons. Now the Void Ray shows itself, reveals itself to a Zealot, which is now trying to run away, but unfortunately, no luck there. Couple of gateways are being built, the Cybernetics core are being built over here, so that's pretty good, well protected, so that cannot be focused down by the Void Rays, except if they try to fly here at the side, maybe the cannon will not be able to reach it. But they cannot shut down the production of Stalkers over here. So Bobson is going for Gateway himself. He has fully saturated his base and the worker amount right now, except for the huge investment of SmiteSteel, pretty much is the same. So there's double Void Ray. Now going over the map. SmiteSteel is defending himself by building multiple cannons here. So technically, well, Bobson could be sniping down the forge and maybe the pylon, and just probably just keep macroing, making the natural over here, and just keep going. There is 1 probe here, there is 1 more gateway here, 1 more gateway here. Yeah, there is Stalkers and they have been tasked to go for the attack. Actually, Void Rays did take down the photon cannon, which was protecting the probes by using the what was it called? I forgot the spell. Sorry, there is the spell, the focus spell, where they focus the death rays. Anyways, there are 2 Stalkers here, and those would be probably able to do something, but actually not that much. Yeah, the Void Rays are stronger here. The harassment is stronger right now. less gas mining happening for SmiteSteel right now. He's pumping out more stalkers. Some shields have been regenerated here for these void rays, but that's not gonna cut it. Yeah, no, he's trying to shut down the GG Skull. Bobson wins game number 2. If you want to see Zerg playing in the finals, then you have to look into the look for Defiance stream. I don't have pinned it, but you can find it on Amateur League Tournament homepage. And Defiance has first and second place ZVP, I think, and third and fourth place also is ZVP. I don't know how they are doing their games right there, but that's how they are. Nevertheless, hello everyone, welcome back to Amateur League Tournament. We are looking at the main base of SmiteSteelUA from Freedom House, playing teal or light blue Protoss pieces here on the left top corner on 10,000 feet map, and he's playing against Bobson, which is playing Protoss pieces in green colors here on the bottom right corner. You saw previous games probably, so you know what's happened in them. And looks like SmiteSteel is stepping up his aggression once again. He's going for pylon here, and pylon into, I believe that's a proxy 4-gate. That's a flower which is going to be built against Bobson. The question, how is Bobson going to react? So SmiteSteel is using all the basics. That's odd? No, that's not odd. It's just a higher it's higher ranked players which have not been participating as much. Like, they have been zooming throughout the Diamond 3 and Diamond 2, so they have been participating in part of them. And now, because a lot of people, some people are dropping out for different kinds of reasons, they are still fit in the average MMR range to actually do some stuff. Bobson, have you found out? Yeah, Bobson has found out what's the situation. What is his reaction right now? SmiteSteel is walling off the wall, and Bobson is actually dropping down the forge for defense. There's double pylons, but that's only going to be a zealots over here. So yeah, that was a question from Rusty Kaganaru. Thank you for popping by. That's first thing first. And yeah, that's not odd at all. It's quite opposite for in my experience. At least this year, the major tournament, the previous tournament also was the same. The Pretty Fly did come in as an 8th seed, and because he's like 3.9k, he's like highest MMR, and he actually won the whole tournament. Bobson here is 4k actually at the moment, so that's 4k MMR. And he might be doing stuff also to the rest of the guys. Okay, Bobson has built a stalker, but there are, yeah, and there's a successful wall off here with the pylons. There is a couple of zealots here. One of them is working on the cannon, which is being built right now. The stalker is trying to out-kite the zealot here, and probes are getting rid of it. And there are 3 more zealots over here dealing with the pylon. Yeah, the cannon unfortunately went down. The zealot has been removed over here, but there are 3 more zealots hacking away on this pylon, and 6 zealots have entered the base. GG is called, or G is called in this case, and SmiteSteel takes point number 1 into game number 3. We jump to the game number 4. Nevertheless, we are having some changes into the scores right now. Let's adjust the scores because this is game 4 of best of 7 in the finals for the first or second place between these two Protoss players. So you are looking at the main base of Bobson, who is playing green Protoss pieces here on the top left corner on the Winter Madness, and he is opposing SmiteSteelUA from Freedom House, which is playing Protoss pieces in teal or light blue colors here on the bottom right corner. And SmiteSteel already has dropped another pylon, so he's once again doing similar thing. He's dropping pylon in here, and he might be going actually once more for flower, and indeed he is. So he is giving himself up for some cheesy strategies here. Will Bobson figure this out, and how fast will he figure it out. So he will have the probe going in, checking out what's the situation. There's double gates already built, so technically one pylon would wall it off for sure. There is 4 gates. Bobson sees that there is nothing over here, so his reaction is dropping the pylon immediately, and he starts forge on back of it. And will there be another building? No, he leaves the probe here on the possible defense. No, he goes for cybernetic core, so he could get distance units. SmiteSteel has started to build the zealots. Bobson, did he see that? Did he see those? No, he did not see where the proxy actually is placed. I don't think it matters much, to be honest, right now. But I believe Bobson has really good defense. He's starting the photon cannon over here, and he's ready to continue the wall off just in case the zealots come and start breaking through the wall. He will have cybernetic scores, so he will go probably for stalkers, because stalkers are range damage, which is a lot better. No, he actually goes for adepts. I guess adepts are cheaper. Will he manage to wall this one off? Question mark, question mark, question mark? I think he will. Yep, there is the gateway number 3. And yeah, zealots have achieved exactly nothing. One of them is going down to the photon cannon, and adept is popping out, unfortunately outside of wall. That's a little mistake, I would say. But yeah, that's a range damage dealer. 2 of them already pretty much that are already good with dealing and kiting these zealots. He could be just shading back, but I think he will shade over the map to go for the main base of SmiteSteel. SmiteSteel has planned to wall himself off with triple pylon. Bobson is not sneaky enough to actually like patrol the up of the ramp, the top of the ramp. So that's not happening. There is the SmiteSteel. He will block off the adepts. The adepts technically could be attacking to this. There is a shield battery being made. There are actually a couple of stalkers being made here. And Bobson actually goes for +1 melee upgrade. And he starts Stargate of back of this. Couple of... I believe those stalkers were recalled back. So they are now dealing with the adept aggression over here. Wow, they have the vision on lower ground. That's really weird, but okay. And yeah, there goes the Bobson. He has like two cannons. There's three adepts technically. That's 1 adept and one stalker over here. He sends around to see what's happening, and there comes the stalker and adept and starts working on those pylons. The stalkers will be recalled here or called back to move on or not, don't know. SmiteSteel is going for Twilight Council of back of this, and now all the units are working on the pylons for these 3 gateways. The 4 gateways only production buildings, and now there is double the stalker, 3 adepts, and they will just keep working on these buildings as much as possible. 2 stalkers are coming in. That's less power than Bobson has right now. But now when the 4th stalker join in, that's actually equaling it out, I believe. Yeah, that's 1 adept going down. The other adept's actually shaded forward, and Bobson is falling back with 3 stalkers. He's making 3 stalkers and Void Ray right now, and he will have +1 upgrade. And the SmiteSteel just repowers his gateways with 4 pylons, so that doesn't happen. But Bobson successfully shades in the main base of SmiteSteel with double adepts, which are starting to kill all the probes in the main base. And Bobson has Oracle here too, so that's double the worker damage. So there are no more workers for SmiteSteel over here available. Meanwhile, Bobson has his own stalker. He has Void Ray coming. That's pretty much a GG. That's pretty much a GG. I think Bobson has won this game. But let's see. SmiteSteel is going to check his luck. Yeah, the prismatic alignment of Void Ray unfortunately did not help much, but the push is being halted. and Bobson holds pretty successfully. There's still no unit. GG Scout. Bobson takes game number 3. No, game number 4, but point number 3, and he is going into his possible final match. We'll see how it goes. This could be match point for Mr. Bobson over here. I forgot whom I started with actually previously, so let's start with Bobson. Because we will start with Bobson. The Bobson is actually on his match point. So it's best of 7 and it's 3-1. And we are looking at the main base of green Protoss player, green pieces Protoss player here on the right bottom corner on Taito Citadel, who is on his match point game, possibly. And he is playing against light blue or teal Protoss player, SmiteSteelUA from Freedom House. Now Bobson actually is dropping Pylon, and he's dropping Forge, and he might demonstrate SmiteSteel how to cannon rush correctly. I will remind you that the game number 2, I believe, SmiteSteel did cannon rush Bobson. Well, technically bumping into this probe should already show that there's something is not going right now. And the question is how SmiteSteel will react, because SmiteSteel did cannon rush the main base successfully of Bobson, but Bobson did build like proxy base somewhere else and just made a void raise and out harassed SmiteSteel to the heck. Well, technically SmiteSteel is doing the right things. He's pulling all the probes and he will destroy all the top side vision here. So Bobson must cancel his pylons, which he will be building, and kite out all the probes with his own probe to successfully get this done. And so far he's kind of not doing good, unfortunately. This was the first pylon that he cancelled actually, so he has lost 3 pylons to this aggression, and unfortunately that's about it. There's actually Zealot being made by SmiteSteel, so he didn't pay attention, and that Zealot is going over the map right now. Bobson is making gateway himself, making double gases. He has 2 more cannons now being built right now. No, that's pylon and cannon being built right now, and he will try to just move slowly, leapfrog his cannons towards the pylons and the front gate. Meanwhile, SmiteSteel actually is building pylon over here. Questioning the Bobson right now, are you sure? And his Zealot arrives here at the main base of Bobson. Bobson targets it down with the probes. Meanwhile, he's starting to shoot down the pylon of the gate. Again, there is the high ground vision provided by the probe, and when that high ground vision is provided, then only then they can actually shoot them. There is double stalkers right now with a shield battery on back of it, so that can actually get rid of most of the probe, the pesky probe, which was building all the stuff. There is a pylon over here. I think Bobson is sending his own Zealot in the other direction. He must have seen, I think, the pylon over here. These pylons are building up here, and yeah, technically these 2 pylons are providing the vision on higher ground, but as soon as those pylons are dead, no vision for the cannons will be provided or will be available. So yeah, that's that. This cannon might actually finish the gateway. Nope. It's getting denied. They missed a great cannon rush spot on this map. Yeah, probably they are not familiar with all of those, you know. That's really cool, but who knows? You can obviously tip them later. Ooh, there is a Stargate. Does Bobson has... No, he has no vision, so he has passed this multiple times, but there is actually Stargate being made right now at his by his base actually. He has the Stargate himself going up right now, but that's gonna be later than this Void Ray actually is finished. And there are like 3 Stalkers right now. Yes, Bobson is protecting his gateway and proxy with more stuff, but I think this is going to be, yeah, pretty much the side, I think. Did Bobson see this? No, Bobson still hasn't seen this. And there is 4 gates actually being built, and there is the Void Ray. Void Ray should be just shooting down the pylon. No, G is called. GG is called. Bobson loses the game. SmiteSteel takes game number 5 and point number 2. So some comeback. Anyways, this is game number 6. 6 of in best of 7, which means that if this guy, Freedom House, SmiteSteelUA, actually wins this game, we might be led into the deciders match between these 2 guys, and he's facing the green colored Protoss player Bobson here, which is playing here at the bottom right of corner, which is on his decider match number 2. So if he wins this match, he wins the tournament. He's the first, he's the best this year, and he has smacked everyone in the head at least once. But if he doesn't, we might be going into the deciders match, so it's a little bit of excitement, let me say the least. Anyways, they both have cannon rushed each other. SmiteSteel has tried to flower a few times. So yeah, we have, I guess we are back to the basics, to the 2 gateways on top of the ramp, and super standard things. So yeah, that's that. I think it will, at least to this part, it was like in the start it looked like in those first 2 games where the Bobson take it, it was like looking like he's probably gonna go for roll. But look where we are at. The games got a little bit more exciting. Much more, or a little bit more difference are going on. But SmiteSteel, once again, is planning to build proxy pylon over here in a 3rd base position, next to the Bobson's base. Question is, what kind of units will Bobson open with? Meanwhile, he's scouting out, he's seeing that there is pylon number 3, or maybe pylon number 2, but I think he knows that it's pylon number 3 because his pylon number 2 already should have been up, and it actually is up over here, which I didn't spot. So they both are proxying each other right now with some proxy pylons. It's double Stalkers here from Bobson, and there's double Adepts here from SmiteSteel. Doesn't look like there is going to be trying to do anything. Oh, it's actually Stargate into shield batteries. So it's double Adepts. SmiteSteel is blocking off the main base in general, and he has double Adepts which are shading over the map right now. Bobson meanwhile peacefully is taking the pylon on a natural and going to build Nexus on the natural. He is making warp gates, he is making robotics facility right now, but yeah, still patrolling here to see what's up. Bobson is here with the Stalkers, and he is blind. Actually, he moved out with the Stalkers, but he's blind to possible proxy, which actually is going to be Void Ray with 2 shield batteries. Like, how this is how much they have cheesed, I guess, that they know that this is the place where the opponent most likely is not gonna check. There comes the double Adepts, which Bobson actually scouted out, going out of the natural or the main base of the SmiteSteel, and he has four Stalkers over here. Well, the Void Ray is popping out, and Stalkers unfortunately are not gonna be able to overpower the prison. Bobson is dropping down shield battery and gateway, another gateway. He's dropping down. This pylon will shut down. No, it's not gonna shut down. And the Immortal is here working on the pylon. Stalkers are here working on the Void Ray. Void Ray has a hard decision to make. Unfortunately, not the best decision was made. and Immortal has done its job. Well, unfortunately, Boydre is still alive, but yeah, SmiteSteel is sending again his one other inside the main base of Bobson. But yeah, will the second Boydre come out? Yeah, it will. And the first Voidray is going to go for mineral line as the other already is there. For some reason, yep, the Stalkers actually are recalled here in the main base. Yep, because it was not the pylon was not targeted, but now it's targeted, and now there are no more shield batteries for SmiteSteel. There is no more Immortal here for Bobson to defend with. The worker amount is in favor of SmiteSteel. He's still walled off his base fully. He's making 4 more gateways and warp gates. So, did he have a probe somewhere? The question is, does he have a probe somewhere where he could build like proxy? No idea, to be honest, right now. Anyways, the Stalkers are taking care of this proxy base and Bobson is building natural. Like nothing would have happened, only we have delayed a little bit for a few minutes. And the question is, what are going to be the follow-up for SmiteSteel? He is taking down his own pylon over here and building more Stalkers. Bobson actually has observer here on top of the mineral line of SmiteSteel, so he sees everything and he has blocked the natural of SmiteSteel. SmiteSteel is trying to target down some workers with the Void Rays, successfully doing so. Over here he's taking down some workers from natural. That's 3 probes down, actually 4 probes down. Little bit of energy, and the Void Rays are going to be flying back around to the main base, and there are the blink being researched by Bobson right now to get blink Stalkers. So now the question is, will SmiteSteel actually manage to catch up to Bobson with the units? Bobson is splitting his units. He is sending out Hallucinated Phoenix to check if there is anything going on. There's actually one adept over here. Bobson actually is moving out right now with 4 Stalkers. That's a little bit brave, I would say. 4 Stalkers and 2 sentries. There's actually probe being sent, I think, to build a pylon here by M the Great, by SmiteSteel, that is. And SmiteSteel actually is moving out with a lot more Stalkers over here, so that's gonna be a big attack force coming for Bobson over here. Couple of Stalkers and sentry is trying to take care of the Void Rays. They are left to defend, which they are pretty much doing really good. There is a small teensy bit of health left for this Void Ray over here. Meanwhile, there's a couple of shield batteries. There is Hallucinated Phoenix to scout out. The army supply is in favor of SmiteSteel right now. He's actually making Warp Prism on the back of this, although he has slow warpings with the pylon over here. But the Immortal is in Bobson's favor. He's making another one. Will this be enough? Well, SmiteSteel is sniping out the shield batteries, which is not good, and some force fields are blocking off the most of the Stalkers, which is giving the Immortal possibility to do the damage. And now there is the defender's advantage for Bobson. He has double Immortal power coming up, and the question is, will he chase? No, he decides not to chase. There is Warp Prism now, so there could be some juggling, some more warpings happening, faster warpings happening, if SmiteSteel decides to do so. The Void Ray actually joins in the army, so that's like F2A key over here from SmiteSteel. But Bobson has economical advantage. He has 3 Immortals right now. He might be able to pump out more units if he wants for defense. He loses 1 Immortal, unfortunately. He loses... no, he didn't lose the another. The Blink Stalkers blinked on the top of the Void Ray. They blinked on top of the Warp Prism. There is no supporting units for SmiteSteel, and Bobson takes game number 6. He wins the whole tournament. Congratulations. GG's. Well played. We have a winner.